Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into the really unsettling world of the anime Another.
Definitely unsettling.
Yeah, this isn't your standard jump scare flick. It's this, masterfully blended psychological horror and mystery.
Absolutely. It's all centered around this cursed classroom.
Right, Class 3-3 and these just gruesome, inexplicable deaths keep happening. So our mission today is to basically unpack the whole story.
Look at the characters, the relationships.
Put these into those powerful, kind of disturbing themes that make it stick with you,
For sure. And just so everyone knows, our main source for this deep dive is a really thorough analysis called Horror in Yomiyama, the full story of Another.
Ah, good one.
Yeah, it does a great job laying out the whole complex narrative. It's quite a tangled web.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning then, this curse. Where did it actually come from? I gather it all started way back, like 1972.
That's right, 1972. Yomiyama North Middle School, Class 3-3 specifically, there was this really popular student, Misaki Yomiyama,
Yep.
and he died.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly. But what's really fascinating and kind of chilling is how the class reacted.
What did they do?
Well, they couldn't really cope with the loss.
Oh.
So collectively, almost unconsciously, they just started pretending he was still alive.
Wait, really? How?
They kept his desk there like he was just absent. They even included his name in the graduation photo roster.
Mhm.
It sort of begs the question, right? How does that kind of collective denial lead to something so terrifying?
Wow. Okay, and this is where it gets even weirder, right? The photo.
Exactly. Mysteriously, Misaki's dead body
Yeah.
appeared in that graduation photo, smiling.
His dead body, smiling. Okay, that's next level creepy. How is that even possible? And that's what kicked off the
This
curse.
seems to be the trigger, yeah,
Yeah.
that spectral appearance. From then on, every year, an extra gets added to the class.
An extra.
Yeah, a dead person. Someone who died previously, connected to the class somehow, but they're completely unaware they're dead, and nobody else knows either.
So they just blend in.
Perfectly. And chillingly, everyone forgets them after the year ends. But their presence, that's what triggers the chain of unnatural deaths for that school year. It's like this horrible supernatural lottery.
Okay, wow. So fast forward to 1998, we get Koichi Sakakibara.
The transfer student.
Right, transferring straight into the cursed class 3-3. And he immediately notices Mei Misaki.
The girl with the eye patch.
Yeah, this mysterious girl who, very unsettlingly, everyone else seems to pretend isn't there. Their kind of connection seems key. How does that fit in?
Well, that connects to the class's desperate and, frankly, pretty dark strategy they developed over the years to try and fight the curse.
What strategy was that?
They decided to choose one student each year to treat as completely non-existent, just ignore them entirely.
Why would they do that?
The hope, or maybe the theory, was that if they ignored one person, maybe the extra, if there was one that year, would also be kind of destabilized, nullified by being ignored along with the chosen student.
And Mei was that student for 1998.
Exactly. She is the one who does not exist. So Koichi, being new and unaware, starts talking to her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He might have unknowingly just shattered their whole fragile defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Their connection kind of pulls the pin on the grenade, you could say.
And the deaths start piling up after that, right? Fast and violent.
Oh, yeah. Impalements, suicides, just freak accidents. It escalates horribly.
But nothing quite prepares you for the climax, the Mountain Trip Massacre. That felt like it went beyond just the curse.
Totally. It becomes this terrifying breakdown of psychology. Mass hysteria kicks in, the suspicion runs rampant, and classmates literally turn on each other. It's pure slasher territory, fueled by supernatural dread.
So how do they finally figure it out? How does it stop?
Well, Mei eventually reveals her secret, that doll's eye she wears.
Yeah.
It's not just for show. It's a special glass eye, and it lets her see the color of death.
The color of death. What does that even mean?
It's described as her literally seeing a distinct color, or maybe an aura, around people who are dead or are marked by death somehow. It's how she can spot the extra.
Okay. So who was it? The extra.
This is the big twist. It was Koichi's own aunt, Reiko Mikami. She was also the assistant homeroom teacher.
His aunt. Wait, but she was there talking to him.
She had died tragically the year before, apparently murdered. But everyone, including Koichi initially, had completely forgotten her death, part of the curse's effect.
Wow. So remembering her death is key.
Exactly. Mei realizes the only way to stop the curse for the year is to make the dead go away. Essentially, send the extra back to death by killing them again in the present, forcing everyone to confront the forgotten truth.
Which Koichi ultimately has to do. Grim.
Extremely.
So, okay, beyond the gore and the twists, what's another really digging into here? What are the deeper themes?
Well, at its core, it's a really stark look at unresolved grief and denial, like how trying to avoid painful truths, collectively ignoring death, can literally create a monster.
Yeah, the consequences are catastrophic.
Definitely. And it also explores isolation really powerfully. You see it with Mei, how she's treated mirrors real-world ostracization. And then there's just the sheer existential horror of it all. The idea of the unknown and unseen, that death could be walking among us, unnoticed, ready to just shatter everything.
That's terrifying. The curse itself is just this relentless cycle, isn't it?
Repeating and repeating until someone finally forces the painful truth out into the open, confronts the memory.
Wow. It's a genuinely chilling deep dive. It really reminds you that effective horror isn't always just about blood, but about that human struggle with loss, with memory, with reality itself.
Yeah, and the source analysis leaves you with this really provocative thought. If something is born, it will die. That is the fate of all things.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Consider this. In what ways do we, maybe collectively or even just individually, ignore uncomfortable truths or deny painful realities? Are we potentially creating our own kind of unseen curses or maybe perpetuating cycles we're not even aware of?
Definitely something to chew on.
Yeah. Something to mull over until our next deep dive.
誰なんですか。それはでも僕は死にたくないんだ。ダメ。いけ。師匠。ここは大丈夫そうだね。